process. Get Covered Illinois Director Morgan Winters says adding health insurance enrollment to the annual tax filing process will help those in need. For more information, you can visit the website on your screen.
Good evening. Clear skies as we look out on our WeatherBug camera over Eastern Illinois University's campus. Clear skies for most of the day today. A few more clouds have built in as we've gotten towards the afternoon and evening hours today. Temperatures for our highs up into the 70s for all of us. The cold spot 70 degrees in Charleston and in Paris. 73 degrees was our warmest in a number of locations, including in Effingham, Robinson, and in Taylorville. Those warmer temperatures were helped by these strong winds coming in out of the south, right around 10 to 15 miles an hour more consistently. But these wind gusts are getting closer to 20 to 25 miles an hour. That'll continue to be the case as we move throughout our overnight period this evening. Those strong southern winds and a few more clouds in the skies overhead are going to help to keep temperatures on the warmer side tonight. 51 degrees for our overnight low. We'll see a little bit cloudier of a sky during our day tomorrow. Those temperatures are going to continue to rise. We'll have the full Skywatch forecast coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Thanks, Ben. A Springfield City Council meeting erupted in shouting as tensions continue to grow around policing and use of force. That shout came amid controversy over an interaction between police and a 19-year-old woman that was caught on police body cam video.
Obviously, some of you council members appear to believe it's okay to resist a lawful arrest, and that's disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself.
It's clear that the attitude of this department is such that they don't work for us. We owe them something. We owe them respect. We owe them that we should not question them.
Sir, she has the floor. Alderman Gregory. Alderman. Alderman. Order. Order.
The meeting was adjourned quickly following the altercation. The next Springfield City Council meeting is set for April 21st. Charleston police will be getting some new patrol vehicles. The Charleston City Council approved the purchase of three new vehicles at their regular meeting Tuesday night. CPD will receive a 2025 Ford Explorer and two 2025 Dodge Durangos. Pilsen Auto in Charleston submitted the loan bid for the purchase, totaling just shy of $120,000. Mayor Brandon Combs says the three current CPD vehicles will be surpassed and surplus and traded in as part of the purchase. Documents show the trades will cut around $22,000 off the original purchase price, and the purchase will be made with surplus capital funds. Council members approved an increase in water and sewer rates and an increase in ambulance service fees.
Firefighters responded to a solar panel on fire on the roof of a Champaign home yesterday morning. The Champaign Fire Department says crews were dispatched to a two-story house in the 1300 block of West Ridge Lane around 10:50. Authorities say firefighters quickly got the fire under control and contained it to the exterior of the home. And as a result, the occupant will not be displaced. They say the fire was reported by a passerby and the cause is listed as accidental. Well, work on a nearly $1 million project in Dietrich is set to begin Friday. The Illinois Department of Transportation says that project is a resurfacing plan starting on South Main Street at Illinois 33 and extending to the Southern Village limits. IDOT says the project will start with sidewalk improvements that should be done by late May. And after the sidewalks are done, IDOT says resurfacing will begin. IDOT says they will have to close lanes through the area, but everything should be completed sometime in mid-June. Illinois farms are struggling to find workers, and many are turning to foreign labor to stay in business. Capital News Illinois reports the H-24 visa program is helping fill thousands of farm jobs across the state. In 2025 alone, Illinois farms used the program to fill more than 4,400 positions as fewer Americans apply for agricultural work. Farmers say the program keeps their businesses running, but it comes with high costs, like housing and travel for workers. Even with those challenges, many say they have no other option.
A species of vulture is becoming a growing threat to Illinois farms, and now farmers are being given permission to act. Those birds are black vultures, and according to the Illinois Farm Bureau, they're known to prey on young livestock and birthing mothers. They say that can injure or kill the animals, as well as causing significant financial loss for farmers. Through the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, the Illinois Department of Natural Resources is working to secure the necessary state permits for farmers seeking approval to hunt the problem birds. The Illinois Farm Bureau says it secured federal permits allowing farmers to protect animals from black vultures through 2026. According to IFB officials, black vultures are different than turkey vultures found around Illinois, and their range has been spreading north from deep southern Illinois. 5 Illinoisans are set to receive the state's highest honor. The Order of Lincoln recognizes those who make remarkable contributions to the betterment of humanity in or on behalf of the state of Illinois. The recipients include the CEO of Madison Industries, Larry Geese, former President Barack Obama's political advisor, Valerie Jerry, architectural columnist Blair Kamin, historian Reginald Petty, and former Secretary of State Jesse White. The ceremony will take place at SIU Edwardsville on Saturday. Well, sun and wind and clouds and rain, it seems like the weather just can't make up its mind, right, Matt?
Well, Andrew, we might as well enjoy the nice temperatures while they last. But Ben Whitney, please give us some good news tonight.
Well, you said exactly what we're going to be seeing, Andrew. The weather is not going to be making up its mind, but pretty nice increase in temperatures today. Will be even warmer during the day tomorrow, but yet even more change is on the way for the weekend. We'll have your full Skywatch forecast right after this.
In space, they say, no one can hear you scream. But thanks to 32 cameras and devices located in and around the Orion spacecraft, we can all see what they eat. A jar of Nutella going viral after it appeared floating through the cabin Monday night. While the Artemis II crew has access to a menu of 189 different meal options, the chocolatey hazelnut spread may be the tastiest bite of home. As the Artemis astronauts plan to journey home from the stars, a set of stairs that once brought Earthlings closer to the heavens is going up for sale. This is section number 1 of the Eiffel Tower's original spiral staircase that connected the second and third floors of the tower when it was built in 1889. And it could soon be yours. That is, if you've got high ceilings and deep pockets. The 9-foot-tall structure is comprised of 14 steps and is expected to fetch between $140,000 and $175,000 when it goes up for auction next month. As a piece of history finds a new home in Paris, a home belonging to a famed former French minister is revealing history here in the U.S. A team of archaeologists unearthing a brick kiln from the 1700s at Thomas Jefferson's Monticello home. The discovery was made during inspections for some upcoming construction at the site. The kiln was used to make bricks for Jefferson's home. Now, more than 2 centuries later, it's helping to add to the foundation of what we know about the past. For Take a Look at This, I'm Amanda Sansoni.
Good evening. Clear skies and warm temperatures for your Wednesday across central Illinois. The warm temperatures due in part to this warm front that moved to the north throughout the daytime today. That brought warmer air from the south of our area. That caused temperatures to rise up near the 70s today, nearly 20 to 25 degrees warmer than where we were this time yesterday. Our next weather maker is on its way in, though, coming in from the northwest near the northern Great Plains. Now, this is going to take a little bit of time to get here. This cold front's actually going to stall out before we see any rain from it, but we do have rain in the next 48 hours or so. Highs today up near 70 degrees in Charleston and in Paris. 73 degrees was our warmest spots, including in Taylorville and in Champaign. Those temperatures are starting to come down just a little bit, already back down into the 60s here in Charleston. Sunny skies for everyone, though that too will start to change as we move overnight tonight. We'll stay a little bit on the warmer side for our overnight low. 51 degrees for our low in Charleston. We'll stay mostly clear, but a few more clouds moving in and out as we move towards sunrise. Strong southern winds are going to help keep temperatures on the warm side tonight, coming in from the south at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Could be a little bit stronger, up near 25 miles an hour during our day tomorrow. Those strong southern winds are going to help us warm near 80 degrees for our high here in Charleston, 79 to be more exact. We'll see a little bit of a break in the partly cloudy skies during the noon hours tomorrow. But generally speaking, it'll look quite like the background picture behind me tomorrow. Mostly clear skies. You'll be able to make out that sun. It'll be a beautiful spring day across the central Illinois. That'll all start to change as we move into Friday, though. Futurecast, you can see those clouds starting to make their way in towards sunrise tomorrow. Some of our northern counties do have the chance to see a sparse sprinkle as we move throughout the morning hours on Thursday. Mainly north of I-72 is where you could see those spotty showers. No real accumulations expected with that. But as we move throughout the rest of our Thursday and into Friday, this is going to be the real rain-making system coming in. That cold front that we just saw a moment ago slowly is going to be approaching our viewing area as we move throughout the night Friday and into Friday morning. That's really when we're going to be expecting the bulk of our next round of rain showers. By the afternoon on Friday, mostly be out of the area, but we'll see temperatures cool off as a result of this cold front pushing through. That means temperatures back down into the 60s as we move towards the back half of our weekend. Now, rain projections aren't too impressive with this, but still a few spotty showers, especially to the north of our area. Champaign around 1/10 of an inch, nearly 1/2 of an inch in Danville. Of course, we're a little far out, so these totals could still change, but could be some additional rainfall to help with our drought situation here in east central Illinois. Again, temperatures will be on the decline Friday and Saturday, back down to 63 degrees to end our work week this Friday. We'll start to warm up a little bit more on Saturday, but looking forward towards Sunday, we do have another chance for rain in our forecast, but temperatures back up near the mid-70s. We'll be sitting at that temperature for the next couple of days to start next work week. Looking long-term past this week, above average temperatures will stay with us. Now average for this time of year in the mid-60s. We won't even be seeing temperatures back below 70 degrees until past next Wednesday. Before we get to that, though, 79 degrees for our high tomorrow. Rain returns Friday morning, and that's going to be causing temperatures to drop with that cold front back down into the 60s. But then a couple chances for some showers on Sunday and on Tuesday. But those temperatures will be warming right back up towards Sunday, back near the mid-70s all the way through Tuesday. Under some mostly cloudy skies on Wednesday, temperatures around 70 degrees. So even though we do have a couple chances for rain, I know I'm definitely going to be enjoying the forecast tomorrow. It is going to be a beautiful day.
Yeah, I'm glad temperatures are back up because, boy, it was frisky yesterday and this morning, too. That kind of caught me off guard.
Yeah, it's like I'm okay with the rain as long as we get some warmer weather. That's all I care about. Well, thanks for that, Ben. It's actually time to turn our attention now to sports, where all three of our local MLB teams are in action. And we'll take a look at how each of them performed in their series finale.
But first, the EIU Beach volleyball team plays their first game at their brand new home. Thanks for watching. This is News Watch on WEIU.
Hi, I'm Everett Lau, an Eastern Illinois University graduate from the class of 2021. As an Edgar County farm kid, I grew up with a childhood dream of becoming a broadcast meteorologist. I spent a lot of time in the WEIU studio during my 4 years in college, and that's how I got to this studio, WTHI TV in Terre Haute, Indiana. WEIU prepared me for long nights of tracking thunderstorms, fine-tuning details of approaching winter storms, and how to be a broadcaster in general, whether it was weather, news, or even sports. I needed WEIU to achieve my dream, and now WEIU needs me and you to help carry out its mission of setting up students for success. Please consider making a financial gift to support WEIU so the station and its dedicated staff can continue operating this outstanding training ground for aspiring broadcasters, journalists, and scientists. Your gift can allow local students like me provide local programming for our local communities. Learn more at weiu.net or by calling the station. Thanks for watching.
The EIU Beach volleyball team hosted their first ever match at the brand new Linder Sports Complex on Friday. Sports Watch's Blake Piercefield has more on the new facilities and the experiences the Panthers have experienced so far this season.
The Panthers beach volleyball team took to the sand, hosting Lindenwood for their first and only home game on the season. It was a warm day on Friday, and things were heating up as things got underway. Lindenwood came in with a 13-5 overall record and 3-1 in the OVC, while EIU was 1-7 and 1-5 in conference play. This is also Eastern's first game at their brand new beach volleyball pit at the Linder Sports Complex, which will be home for many Panther games for seasons to come. 6 seniors were also honored before the game, and the fans showed out, but in the end, EIU fell 4-1.
The Panthers had a packed crowd here today for their first and only home beach volleyball game here at the new Linder Sports Complex.
Yeah, the environment was really great. The outcome wasn't quite what we wanted, but I thought the girls, they battled today and gave Lindenwood a good battle, and it was a great show for the folks.
Millar also wishes this wasn't the only time his team played on home sand.
It makes me wish that we had another tournament out here, because just the amount of work that the city put in, the school puts into putting these events on can't be understated. And so, yeah, all in all, totally positive for sure. For a first go, it was great. Our focus right now is just getting better week by week, and we're seeing the progression, and so that's encouraging for sure.
And looking ahead to the fall, Millar knows these skills will translate to the indoor season, where the Panthers have the chance to become back-to-back OVC champs.
It's interesting, when we get back in the gym, when we do play indoor, I can see the girls kind of translating a lot of the things that they're learning out here to helping their indoor game. A number of the girls that are returning in the fall, I already see are playing at a different level than they were last fall.
In Charleston, I'm Blake Piercefield for WEIU Newswatch.
The Panthers will be back in action on Friday in Clarksville, Tennessee for the Austin Pay Tournament. Following that, the next weekend is OVC weekend at Morehead State, where EIU will play 4 conference opponents in 2 days. Now over to the dirt. The Panthers baseball team takes a trip up north to face a Compass rival. Eastern Illinois squares off against Northern Illinois for the second time this season, and this time the Felines clawed ahead of the Canines, winning 11-9. Chris Worcester led the way for the Eastern, collecting 4 RBIs and 2 doubles, while Brett Stanley gathered 2 RBIs and 5 other Panthers knocked in a run. With the win, the boys in blue picked up their 18th win of the season, and up next, they'll be at home this weekend for a 3-game series against Southern Indiana. After posting 2 first-place finishes in the Indiana State Pace Setter, the EIU indoor track and field team now competes at the Illinois DECA Jam. The Panthers currently have 2 athletes ranked in the top 50 in their event in the NCAA West region. Machi Nelson is 25th, and Abby Venhaus is 41st in the long jump. Eastern also has 5 athletes ranked first in the OVC. The first event, the Decathon, begins tomorrow at 12:30, with the rest of the events taking place on Saturday. We return to the dirt as the Chicago Cubs had a rocky start to begin the season. Can they get back on track? Michael Conforto gets the scoring started for the Cubbies, driving in Dansby Swanson for their first run of the day. Chicago tacks on a few more runs, but how about a defensive highlight? Taylor Walls flips it behind his back to Richie Palacios, getting out at second, but the run still scores. In the 7th, Pete Crow Armstrong rockets this one to left field, grabbing his first home run of the season. Now it's Moises Ballesteros who does his best PCA impression with a two-run homer to right field. The Northsiders win this one 9-2. The third and final game of the series between the Cubbies and Rays began just a few minutes ago. We now move to the south side as the Chicago White Sox look to avoid a sweep by the Baltimore Orioles. The White Sox get things rolling in the first with Andrew Benintendi gets a triple. In the second, he would score on the next batter, but the south side isn't done yet. Luis Angel Acuna gets an RBI single, putting the Sox up by 2. After that, the Orioles would score 5 runs using a lot of small ball, sac flies, and 1-2-3 baseball to get a 5-3 lead in the bottom of the 9th. The White Sox have a chance to take the lead, but Colson Montgomery grounds out at the end of the game. The Orioles take this one 5-3. Up next for the Sox, they travel to Kansas City to take on the Royals tomorrow. The St. Louis Cardinals have outplayed expectations. Can they continue to defy expectations and take the series against the Washington Nationals? The Cardinals start this game hot, with Alec Burleson hitting a 2-run single to get on the board. Jordan Walker continues his hot streak, hitting another home run, and now he has hit 4 home runs in his last 5 games. At last check, the Cardinals were up 6-1 heading into the bottom of the 9th. The Cardinals now travel back home to host the Boston Red Sox tomorrow. Finally tonight, the Lakeland baseball team has been struggling recently as they extend their losing streak to 4 games. The Lakers fell yesterday to Southwestern Illinois College, but can bounce back tomorrow when they face Lincoln Trail College at 3. Well, that's all for sports. Matt, Andrew, back to you.
All right, thanks for that, Pierce. Still to come tonight, Ben Whitney is back with a check of a beautiful Skywatch forecast.
But first, we share the story how one veteran service is being remembered in a new way. Thanks for watching. This is Newswatch on WEIU.
Me help you. You are hanging on by a very thin thread. And I dig that about you.
If Jerry Maguire had you at hello, it's time to say hello again. The romantic drama starring Tom Cruise, Renee Zellweger, and Oscar winner Cuba Gooding Jr. is back on the big screen for its 30th anniversary, April 12th, 14th, and 15th.
Agnes Mackenzie. This is Daisy. Make her feel comfortable.
The aunts from The Handmaid's Tale return in the sequel series, The Testaments, led by Ann Dowd as Aunt Lydia.
I think she's a different person, and therefore she fits into this new telling of a whole new kind of, it's still Gilead, but we haven't focused on these wonderful young people, and now we are.
Mabel Lee, who joins the cast as Aunt Vidala, was a huge fan of the original series.
I followed the whole show, so I have a strange parasocial relationship with Ann Dowd over here, who I love.
Hi, buddy.
The Testaments debuts today on Hulu. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
And finally tonight, a local sheriff is sharing how his department is honoring the service of one local veteran. Take a look. Effingham Sheriff Paul Coons says a local resident wanted to retire a flag presented to her father who had passed away. He says the resident had no one to pass it on to. Coons offered to take the flag, fly it, and care for it. And on Tuesday, the flag was flown at the Effingham County Courthouse. Coons says he hopes it honors the veteran service. The flag remains in the care of the sheriff's office. Well, today was definitely a more beautiful day to fly that flag. We now turn our attention to Ben Whitney in the Weather Center for more. Ben?
Well, Matt, it could be an even better day to go out and fly those flags. Overnight tonight, we'll stay on the milder side, 51 for our overnight low. Winds are going to stay strong coming in from the southwest throughout our daytime tomorrow. Back near 80 degrees for the high. We'll see some partly cloudy skies throughout the daytime. Friday morning, we have a chance to see a few spotty showers return, but the main effect of that is going to be a drop in temperatures back near the 60s, but warming back up before the start of next work week.
Yeah, a lot of people think you control the weather, so for that, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Ben Whitney.
Thank you, and thank you for joining us. For more news and weather, be sure to log on to our website at weiu.net.
And there you'll find real-time forecasts as well as the news video of the day.
And if news is happening in your community, let us know by dropping us an email at news@weiu.net.
Have a great night.
The Charleston House proudly supports Newswatch. Now welcoming guests on Charleston's historic 6th Street, the Charleston House Bed and Breakfast Inn offers refined accommodations in a beautifully restored bed and breakfast. For booking information, visit craigcollection.com or call the number on screen.
TCI Realty, Charleston area's real estate connection, commercial, land and farm, and residential real estate. Experienced realtors with an up-to-date website at tcirealty.net. TCI Realty supports the students of WEIU Newswatch.